Throw your hands up if you with it.
Welcome to Is It Tho?
Podcast.
You don't want my shit from the tip, so bring them tip. You know what it means.
Hello. Welcome back to Is It
Tho?
Tho? Is It Tho? Is It Tho? Podcast. Thank you for being here with us. We are episode 9.
We are episode 9, or this is episode 9, because,
We
you
are,
know,
he is, I am, she is. We
he,
are
me, she, episode
9.
9.
We are here. Yeah. Anyways, thank you for being here, watching this, being with us. Make sure to follow us on Facebook at Is It Tho Podcast, and as well as subscribe to our YouTube, as well as Instagram. You can find us both there just by Is It Tho Podcast. We are now on iTunes and Spotify.
What?
Correction from last week. You can now just search Is It Tho Podcast on Spotify, and
We
you
fixed
will
it.
find us. Yeah. I mean, you have to look. I mean, you have to look a little bit, but we're there. Promise you. It's good. Yeah. Anyways,
So remember to subscribe down below, leave a comment, hit like, hit notifications on YouTube, and please rate and review us on iTunes and Spotify. Por favor, because it really helps us out. It
Yeah.
really does. It really does.
we are now like 47 subscribers.
We are at 47, so we are so close to that milestone of 50.
And
And
we reached like almost a little over 100 on our Facebook likes. So
120.
if you like us on Facebook, make sure to subscribe. Or thank you for being here and for watching this, because and listening to us, because you guys really what makes us keep on keeping up.
Keep on keeping on. We're going about 2 months strong through this podcast thing. Then
On
we're
time.
close
If-
to 50 subscribers. You don't know how much it means to us that you're here watching. It goes without saying, and man, it's reflective. I know sorry that I'm boring. Am I boring?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, go on. Talk. I'm sorry, Trey. Please
So
talk
offended
and
right now.
let
I'm
us
so
know how
offended.
you feel.
This podcast is going 2 months into it, and really, I'm really starting to see how it's changing me, my life, and how it's affecting me. But before we get into all that, I just want to tell you that, hey, appreciate you.
Appreciate you, motherfucker.
You don't, yeah. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing down below.
Subscribe down below.
Don't forget to tell your friends about us.
Don't forget to tell your friends about it. This sounds like okay. Anyways, yeah. So we're here.
We are here. We're here in a space. We are breathing. Okay. Help.
Do you ever feel like we don't have enough time for things, or that we're running out of time?
Yeah. Yeah. It feels like sometimes that we're running out of time. We're running out of
But then it feels like we have too much time on our hands.
too much time. It's kind of like a loop. It's kind of like being on a highway, going at a certain rate of speed, and then sometimes you feel like you're going really slow. Sometimes you're in the fast lane. Sometimes you're in the slow lane. You just take it day by day. If that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, like you said, like a loop. Like it's weird because I feel like I go through these times of just like I feel like I'm running out of time, and then I'm
Then
going.
some days you feel like you have more time.
Yeah, and then some days I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do with all this time on my hands?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird, and it sucks because I wish I had more of that. Like I have all this time on my hands, so like I can get stuff done. But I feel like I'm just been in this constant loop of I have no time. I'm running out of time. I need to get shit done.
Like in a way, time and itself. Like what is time? Like literally, what is time? Time is just what is it? I got it right here in my notes. Time. What is time? Time about words. I'm saying words right now. It's coming out. You know what I mean? Help. Time. The indefinite continued progress of existence and events of past, present and future. Basically, the instance of something happening in the presence of now. That's basically what is time. Time, if we really think about a time in itself, it is a loop because what is a day? It's a 24-hour cycle. So if you think about it, we constantly live in a loop in a weird way. Imagine, basically, yeah, right.
It's true, though.
Basically, it's a cycle.
think
It
of it like
goes. It's like. It's like a clock. Duh,
Well,
obviously.
duh. That's what you'd read time as.
Duh, obviously. But it's just this big old loop of numbers and that we created. It just goes in a cycle that's counting down. It's counting down. And sometimes we feel like you said, we're going faster, we're going slower. But the ironic thing, it's not.
Yeah, it's all the same.
It's continuing
every
at its
time.
same pace. You know?
Yeah, that's something I feel like I really gotta step back and like realize, like, slow down, because I mean the same time you're having right now is what you have yesterday, the other day, next day, and the following day, and forever. It's still gonna be the same thing, except for daylight savings time when the sun goes down or stays up longer.
That's a conspiracy.
Conspiracy theory. No more daylight savings time.
Because really, on that point, like, where did that even come from? Because I heard some
Daylight?
some states are getting rid of it. It's okay if we don't need it. Why are we doing it?
But then I think it's so dumb. Like, if you get rid of it, then like.
Whoa, dude, are you saying it's dumb? Are you trying to have an opinion right now? This time, it's 2019. You can't have an opinion.
Triggered.
We've been through this.
Well, you know what? I have an opinion, and I think it's dumb. It's like,
Whoa, dude.
I don't know. I just think it's like, okay, like Christmas. It's like getting rid of Christmas. Like, it's something you've had that's always there. I mean, or let's like getting rid of the time 5 o'clock. Let's get rid of 5 o'clock. Because
How could you get rid of time 5 o'clock?
how could you get rid of daylight savings time? That's what I thought. You're
true.
welcome. Point validated.
It's true.
Yeah, I don't get how you, like, what?
Eh,
What is like the point? I mean, I haven't really read into that. Why do people think it's not needed?
I really don't know. I think it's just,
Why do we use it though?
to be honest, I don't know.
Do y'all know? If y'all know, let us
If you
know.
know-
Educate us.
If you know where daylight savings times come, then why we use it? I want to take a guess. Maybe it's like a farmer thing. Maybe farmers decide. to do
Maybe
seasons.
or
That's my best guess. But like, if you know, we'll leave a comment down below so we can know.
maybe it's just something that keeps everything in order.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would fuck with the order system or like the space-time continuum. Like, it would mess up something, you know, if we didn't do that.
Yeah, I see.
that
what
make
you're saying.
sense?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how, but I can see, like, if you mess with it, it'd be like what?
Yeah.
Be weird.
Yeah. But getting back to time, so what is time? So let's break down the timeless cycle and let's take this circle, right? Let's take this loop and just stretch it out to more of a linear kind of thing. Okay, kind of like obviously, yeah, a timeline. But let's say we're stuck. Let's say, like I said, we're in a highway. We're stuck in one of those traffics. We're stuck in our car, right? Going at a certain rate of speed. Or we got this other car behind us, and then got the car in front of us. So we're kind of locked in this certain space, going at a certain different rate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, we're constantly moving into the now, but as we're pushing further along this highway, we're constantly, that now that we just passed is now
Gone.
the past, and we a nanosecond to the future. So it's a constant race of never really being in the now, because even as we're speaking and saying words and you're seeing the clock on this podcast go down, that is now in the past.
Yeah.
But what I find interesting about this podcasting thing is really, it's more like I'm seeing these things more like as a fixed point in time, because as we're speaking, as we're talking to you, since this is on the internet, this data pipeline of certain things, this, as they say, what's on the internet is forever, essentially.
Is it though?
You know, is it though? But let's just say that it is. You know. we can look back, because I know I mentioned in the first podcast, but jokingly, but really, in all honesty, if we really think about it, I could be looking back on this 5 years, 10 years, or you can look back in it 10
Yeah.
years, 5 years later, and we could be in a totally different space and time and mind. Or to take it down, not so like a more deeper kind of level, the words that I'm speaking could be my last, and this could be the last version of the words that I'm speaking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So right now, this is kind of like a marker in time in this cycle, this 24-hour cycle that we're doing. I know when this goes up, it's at 6 o'clock, but you don't know. It's kind of late right now when we're recording this. But the point,
Early.
but the point that I'm trying, yeah, it's early with the sun right behind us. But to even think about it in that kind of context, it's it's kind of like leaving behind a star in the night sky, you know? Does that make any sense? Because when you look, okay, what is the night sky? Is this dark matter filled with, different, suns,
Stars. Moons.
that's what, suns, exploded stars, nebulas. We look up to the sky at night, we see stars, different things. We don't know where they came from. We can tell you, okay, the origin. Okay, we can tell which star is closer to us by the constellations and such, because they're closer. But the further stars are kind of smaller. Some are different colors.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, I see that kind of like the internet, because what is it? It's just a vacuum of different people's point of views. Yes, albeit sometimes it may be fake, whatever, what have you. But it's these different things. It's this collective things,
Yeah.
So as this marker, this podcasting thing, is kind of leaving behind an echo, or like a marker to look back when we're here, living.
Mm-hmm.
But when that time comes, because we know how the ending of this chapter goes. At some point in time, the journey ends. We know that it comes to an end.
Yeah.
Not to be all mellow and dramatic, but
We're ending this podcast. Just kidding.
the point I'm trying to make is on a happy note, is that it's leaving behind this marker, this podcast, no matter how much that we're going to do, if that makes any sense.
We have this now.
We have this as these markers that we can look back in time. We can look back at these moments on the cycle and leave behind the star in the night sky. It echoes, this lone flame in the night that echoes, hey, I was here.
I was here.
Yeah. Because it's the classic thing. The people say, the world is a cold place. And that may be true, but it doesn't mean we have to live in the cold place. I mean, you can take charge. I know this may be boring, Audrey, because I'm talking and talking.
It's late.
But I promise I'm gonna end this real quick. Man, I'm talking, then I'm gonna have you jump in. But
Thanks. I have been told not to cut him off, so I'm trying my hardest.
but let me finish on this point. Then I'll let her go. I'll let her go.
That made me look like a dog. I'll let her go.
I'm sorry. Trevor, cut that out.
No, I'm offended. Okay, go on.
But yeah, the world might be a cold place, that might be true, but it doesn't mean we have to live in it. I mean, we can take control and take action and not have to deal with it, and make a flame, make a little campfire, to bring in warmth. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, my turn.
Yes.
So, like you said, like living in the now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get that's kind of hard to do. I guess it really takes a lot of like practice, because constantly we're all like worried about something that happened yesterday or something that's gonna happen tomorrow. Like it takes a lot of like mental focus to just like be here right now,
Be present, be in the present,
be present like now. And like it sounds so I don't know how to say this,
like ooh hippie-ish, or
yeah, like because when you do yoga, you learn how to meditate. I mean, you meditate and stuff, and that kind of teaches you like how to kind of become one with yourself and the universe. So how to stay more present and like I know I have a hard time doing it, but when you do it, it feels weird because you're not used to that.
Yeah.
You know, I guess for all of us that are constantly like going or we're like worried about something that happened yesterday, blah blah, and then you're finally like in that state, like, oh shit, I'm right here, like I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here now. Like this is the point in time that matters most right now because this is where I am now.
Yeah.
Like nothing matters yesterday, tomorrow it hasn't come. Like there's no need to worry about it. It's another day. It'll happen. What was I gonna say? Back to okay, I was talking about the stars and the constellations and all that stuff. So like kind of like astrology in a way, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Because astrology.
Like what is astrology? Like what is it?
Oh, it's like okay. Well, what I've taken as is like the zodiac signs. Like okay, like I'm a Taurus. Do you know what you are?
The fish, the Pisces.
The Pisces. Oh yeah. And sorry, because Justin's a Pisces and your birthday's like right next to him.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
Everybody. Oh my god. Dude comes on the podcast once and oh my god, it's Justin this, Justin this.
Anyways,
Sorry,
but
guys.
I think it like what I read is that it came kind of from like the Egyptians and what they used that as like their, I guess like how they read the stars and kind of stuff. I'm not sure. I think it kind of was like they didn't read it as a sense of time because the way that whole aspect of it doesn't go on like our time. Does that make sense? Because the way the sun, the way the zodiac, they have 12 it goes in 12 lunar cycles for the sun before the sun returns to its original, like, I guess, point in time.
Yeah.
To them, so it takes 12 lunar cycles before it gets back to where it's at. So it goes off, that's like their time.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that's kind of how based off like the astrology kind of works, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it does, it's not 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. It's all based off of
the cycle,
what they see
like
in the sky.
Basically, so it's like each numerical number on the clock is basically a month. Essentially, they replaced that with
or
the
like
zodiac signs.
Yeah, with zodiac signs, basically. I mean, I could totally be wrong, but I believe that's what it is. And then they stem that, like, okay, because I used to read a bunch of, like, I used to be kind of into that. Well, I still kind of am. Every time I like check out my horoscope and see what's popping and la la la. And sometimes Venus and Mercury are aligned differently. And then
oh my god, you're gonna have a great day today. I'm gonna have a great day today. You get in a car crash. I thought you said I'm like my zodiac sign. And
then like sometimes it'll be like Mercury, Venus, blah 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 are aligned a certain way, so your love life will not be the best this week.
Okay, to be honest,
like I've been having that week for the past 9 years.
To be honest, back in the day when they had newspapers, I know newspapers might be a foreign thing to some.
Oh, dude, I remember I used to read that all the time.
Newspapers back in the day, they were news. You got on a piece of paper. What's a paper? Paper's made out of trees. And people used to type on them.
What?
I know. But because like I used to bust up in those and look at the stars.
Like, what is my week gonna be like this week? I'm a Taurus. What is my week gonna be like? You will have luck and riches and money and in love this week, but look out for the weekend, cause something will come your way, so be on the lookout for snakes. So I'd be on the lookout for snakes. I'd be like, what is going on? Who's gonna disloyal me right now? But yeah,
what if it was like an actual snake?
then I got bit.
What if it didn't bite you? It was like, I'm here to tell you that you're gonna have a bad weekend. Bye. Then you're like, damn it, he got me. What
Satan!
I would have been like, oh god, it's a talking snake.
Oh god, it's a talking snake. Oh god, it's a talking snake. But anyways, then it like talks about how like people are compatible to you by like Taurus are compatible with blah blah blah. Friendship wise, lover wise, blah blah blah. See, that's kind of the thing. Like, I kind of don't understand because sometimes it'll say, I guess it matters in that point in time.
Like, if you're a Pisces, you can't mix with a Scorpio or vice versa.
Yeah, but like sometimes, some months or some weeks it'll say like, oh, your lover type is a Pisces. Next week, like a Capricorn, or or it says avoid this person this week, kind of thing. But then I was thinking, as I said that, I kind of makes sense. Like maybe the way the lunar cycle is that point in time, it's best for you, like for y'all to match up at that point in time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like
Versus
timing
like,
in a way.
yeah, versus like how the universe works mysterious ways, kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you would match well with that person at that point in time because of the way the stars and the moon are aligned in that time, and it'd be best to avoid them at this time because the way the stars and the moon aligned at that time, right?
Yeah.
I mean, wow, I just answered my question for myself. Wow.
So like, what if
Ask.
you can blow your own mind? Like, shit.
I know, Jesus.
So with astrology or just like using the stars basically to kind of time, like you were saying.
People wise, but then again, you can. I mean, do you think you could tell the time by just looking at the sun?
No.
I feel like we're getting away from what.
I mean, but they did have a sundial back in the day.
So you don't think like okay, well, right now I don't think. But if it was sunlight outside and it was like 4 o'clock, do you think you could tell outside that it was 4 o'clock?
No, not really.
I think I could. You should learn it, because what if you get lost and there's no phone cellular phone?
Joke's on you. I'm never gonna get lost. You know why? Because I don't have a destination. So, boom.
Don't have a destination, won't get lost.
Don't have a destination, so I ain't gonna never get lost. Big brain. Smart.
So smart, dude.
So smart. But I feel like when it comes to, like you're saying, timing and it's a certain way, I feel like when it comes to timing, sometimes you just got to show up, like I feel like most situations just work out if you just show up,
Yeah, but isn't that weird? Like, something happens, so you get there late, or something happens, and but it all kind of works out.
Yeah,
in the weirdest way.
Yeah, you kind of like show, even though you're kind of like, let's say
like
you're running behind 5 minutes late, you show up at the exact right time you're supposed to show up because
your next lover's gonna meet you right there, or like
vice versa.
Like, and instead of you being like if you were there 5 minutes earlier, you wouldn't have something wouldn't have happened. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, let's say you would get a flat tire, right?
Uh-huh.
Can you decide how fast you're going or how slow you're going?
Oh, like prior to that happening.
Prior to that.
Yeah, but then again, you wouldn't know if you're gonna get a flat tire.
Yeah.
But I guess, like I said, it's
because we kind of said it last week. It all comes down to effort. It all comes down to your input. Because if it was predestined, then what is the point of existing? You know what I'm saying? We're just existing, not really living.
But I feel like people say things are predestined, like, oh, okay, well, I went back to the whole church thing, but like, oh, you're meant to do, or not even church thing, but like, oh, you're meant to do this, I've seen it, or, this is what God has set out for you, la, la, la.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have to say to that?
I say to that, it's just people.
Maybe like a pathway.
People are just giving you ideas.
Perspective,
different situations. Kind of like this podcast. We're not telling you what to do. We're just different perspectives of different aspects. As a mumbler would say, or as a quiet dude, or vice versa, or what have you. There's a different perspective. What I say to that is just, cool, I'll take it, and maybe I'll look at it a certain way.
Yeah.
But if it's true or it's not true, then no one, the only cliche thing to say is time will tell.
Yeah, but you can never really tell what's predestined anyways.
No, but time ultimately is the ultimate truth teller.
Yeah.
Time, because all right, I'm going to be vague about this because I'm going through a little situation right now, little thing, like I mentioned in the beginning, like as far as like, how much this podcast is changing me. I'll be very vague about this because I'll explain after it all happens. Because at the time of this recording, something was supposed to happen way back at a certain time, but it never got done, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what possessed me, what came over me, but I just got sick and tired of it not happening. So I said, why is it not happening? That's the thing I love about this podcast, because but the words that I say, it's like holding myself accountable, because if I have the guts to come out here and talk the way I talk, hey man, you better back it up. Because if I don't back it up, then why am I doing this? I'm just basically becoming what I hate, a lie, and just speaking words. Because if the words that I'm saying don't mean anything, then what do I mean? Nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? It's just an empty, pointless, a vacuum of non-existence. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna take this matter into my own hands. You know, putting effort in this predestined thing, what have you, and I'm gonna make it happen. Because the reality of whatever situation, if it's not getting done, it's got to get done. Someone's got to do it, you know? Because I feel like most people nowadays, they talk and talk as long as they were talking, but
do it.
It's a matter of just getting it done. It's a matter of, you know, fucking lighting up that night sky, becoming that star, becoming that warmth that somebody in this cold world needs looks up to for hope, warmth, what have you. You know, it's being that light. You know, it's just that constant thinking of just like wondering about everything. You know.
Yeah.
It's just I just when it comes to this thing, I just tired of wishing. Like, I'm done wishing. I just want to make it happen, and I'm gonna use everything in my capability to make it happen. You know. Because I think the biggest lie we tell ourselves is that that we have limits.
Yeah.
That that we can't do this. We can't do this. Which
there is no limits.
That I can't. You know.
I am limitless.
Because like it's in our very nature to dream, to wander, and to take action. Because I don't have kids, but we all seen little kids. You know, they're joyful. They're walking around. They're
so cute, little babies.
Thinking of like spaceships. So they're having conversation with their
toys.
I'm
gonna ride a spaceship when I'm older. I'm gonna go to the moon, mama.
So,
do it.
So that's something that just not taught. It's something that a child does, right? You know, child run all over the place like, hey, calm the fuck down. But you know, it's just in our nature. It's our nature to wander. It's in our nature to think. It's in our nature to take action, just do something. When you ask a child, you never have the child to do what? Like sit down or like do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you never have to what? You never have to
tell a child to not
be creative.
Be creative. You know.
Yeah, that's what I want to say, right?
Yeah,
you never want to tell you.
A
child will always be creative. Their mind is is imaginative, no matter what.
You never have to tell a child to, do something. If a child thinks, "Oh look, a hot stove, I'm gonna go touch it." "Oh look, a dog, I'm gonna go touch the dog."
Yeah.
"Oh look,"
they're gonna do it.
They're gonna do it. It's in our nature to just do it. And what blows my mind as we get older,
that kind of like
stops. We kind of lose ourselves.
Yeah.
We're kind of
adulting.
Adulting, but what is adulting really? Is it
hating life? That's what it feels like from everyone around me.
Yeah, it's just like
you lose that aspect of like
you lose that wonder, you lose that joy, you lose
imaginariness.
You lose that very nature what we're supposed to do. You know?
Yeah. Wonder. That's what you want to do.
To stop wishing.
There's a really good book that y'all should read. It's called Wish It, Want It, Do It by Brian Griffin. Check it out. It's perfect for this example. Really good book. So, anyways.
10 out of 10 joke. No, actually it's a 5. No.
10 out of 10. Don't care what you say. Brian Griffin. He's the man. Wish it, want it, do it.
4 out of 10. We're not telling
Wish it, want it, do it.
But the point I'm trying to make is here to wander, to look to, because I always smile when I drive because most people, obviously,
look at that freak guy.
They say to keep your eyes forward around the road, but don't people just look up at the sky and realize that, hey, things change, that different cloud formations or different things, the skies, different.
Pay attention to the road. That's why we have accidents. I'm just kidding.
Okay, maybe say you're not driving, but
yeah, no, I know what you mean.
But to look up at the sky, day or night,
even
and
when
realize
you're like walking,
whether you believe this is a simulation or it's real, the Earth is flat, sphere. If you just look up and just know that this is a fact. That shit goes on forever. It's infinite.
Facts.
It's infinite.
Facts.
It's infinite. So why are we gonna just put put ourselves in this own little square of limits and say that, oh no, we can't do this because of that.
Yeah.
Instead of just getting
They're
it
just
done.
excuses.
It's just getting it done. Like this.
Get that shit done.
Look, just getting it done.
That's what matters.
Because that's what it comes down to, just getting it done and just wandering. Because if you want to do something, do it. You know, I
Nothing's
just
stopping you but you.
just stop wishing and just making it done. Because wishing ain't going to give you nothing. Ain't going to give you jack.
You're just going to be sad like, well, I wish I could have done this. Well, I wish. Stop wishing and do it.
You know, be an example. Something that kind of like just like, like that's my fire, just being that example. You know, I'm gonna be me, but at the same time, gotta be careful because people, not necessarily like older people, but the youngins,
The youngins?
siblings, and they look at you, see what you're doing, see which kind of course, kind of path you take. Even though there might be a different kind of path, is seeing what you can get it done. It's kind of like
What you doing?
passing the torch.
What you doing?
Yeah. Because you know,
I will carry on from this. Drink from the chalice and be reborn. You and the land are
that's from
one.
Star Wars, isn't it?
Yes.
But being an example and just putting that, you know, this whole cycle and timeline thing, this marker, you know, I hope this podcast can be a marker in this point in time where we can look back.
I mean, it will be, and there's no hope it will be.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right.
I mean, there's
Will be a point in time to look back and reflect on, because at the end of the day, this all that's going to be left of us. Well, left of me, I guess you can say.
what about me?
And you too. But you have music too, so you have different variables.
True.
So you have different avenues.
Speaking of music, I plan to release a song I made, hopefully this week.
You might want to say that clearly because it's actually pretty serious.
Speaking of music, of songs, I plan to release a song I made this week. Either Friday or Saturday. Friday we're doing some traveling, so probably Saturday. But who knows? Maybe Friday. It'll be out. Tired of wishing, wanting, I'm doing it.
Just gotta get it done because at the end of the day,
No, but I'm excited.
you know, you have to get it done. You know, sometimes the best thing is not ability but availability, and just having the courage to step up and just get it done.
Yeah. You
Because
gotta make time too.
you can make time, or you can find a way to, you know, get it done, even though you might not have time, and just get it done.
Get that shit done, broski and skeezers.
So when you look up at the sky at night, leave a star. Leave a star. Leave. You know, leave a star in the night sky. Leave something that
Knowledge.
you can look back and say, you can leave behind and look back for your kids to reflect and say, hey, my dad was here, my mother was here, and this is what her life was like. You know, you know what I mean?
Sorry, we got
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. I'm sleepy.
Well, let's end this so she can get some sleep. So I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I hope you enjoyed us. We appreciate you.
I have a question,
appreciate you. I have an answer.
No, I mean like for them.
Oh,
So do y'all, if like talking about what were we talking about?
was that even a sentence?
Do you all think things are predestined? What I asked Trey. Let us know what you think. Do you think, you know, your life, no matter what you do, that sort of thing is gonna happen, or no matter, like, obviously you make your life, right? You make your,
But predestined in what context, though?
I don't know, like you're
Because
predestined to do something. Like I'm predestined
To play devil's advocate, we can say, okay, it's predestined because we're all gonna. No, I know it's myself, but we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die.
We're no shit. We're all gonna die.
So that's predestined.
Or Or they are working on some, biotech kind of stuff where you could probably live forever. Put your mind in a USB stick, and then they put that USB stick inside another body, and you live forever.
So the question is, would you rather? So what's the question, sir? Would you rather live forever?
I mean, okay, let's change the question then. Jesus, would you rather live forever?
My answer would be no.
Okay, would y'all rather live if there was some kind of time thing like what I just explained? I know there is that they put your mind in a USB stick and they put yourself in another body. Would you live forever, or would you rather just die when you're supposed to die?
But will it really be living now?
I don't know. I haven't experienced
you're
it.
being a vegetative state because you're becoming just basically a AI program. You're really not.
Am I though?
You're losing this thing.
Will I though? We're pretty advanced. Who knows? I wouldn't, but would you? Would you? Scrap my first question because obviously I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, I think I do, but who knows? Anyways, yeah. Would you live forever if you had the chance to, or would you rather just, die when you're supposed to die? Right? Good question.
Is that a quick question?
Is that a good question?
So what's the question?
Forget it.
So what's the question? So you're asking would they want to live forever?
Yeah, if you had the chance to live forever, would you?
Okay, tell us why down below.
Okay, I get my questions aren't good questions. Thanks.
That's not what I said.
You have that look in your eye like you're disappointed of me.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
It's a joke.
Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep.
Oh my god.
Look out for my new song this week. Oh, follow me at Uni Music.
Did you even hold on from the top? Did you even give him our Instagram name?
Yeah, I did. I don't know if I did. This is my first week doing the intro.
First week.
This is my second week doing the intro. I don't do it that often.
So hi,
And
welcome to
usually
the
when you
outro.
talk,
So
and usually when you talk during that time, I'm just like daydreaming because I already know,
So
sorry.
please follow us at Instagram at Is It Tho Podcast, and remember to subscribe down below. And this has been a solid 2 months of podcasting. Thank you so much for watching, for viewing. Really appreciate it. I love each and every one of y'all. Let's get it done. Stop wishing and start making your marker, making your timeline, making something matter. Because yeah, sure, we make posts on Facebook, but what about your real life? Make that marker, make it set, and just live it out. And don't talk about it, and just stop wishing and just get it done.
Wish you want to do it, Brian Griffin.
Whatever that means. Believe and start making it a reality. Don't leave that. Don't believe the lie of limits. What the hell was that? Oh my god. Dude.
Thank you for sticking with us, or you stuck with us this long.
Be
And
that
if you're new
star
here,
in the rain night.
thanks for joining us.
Sandy, we're off the rails. Ended. Love y'all. See y'all the next time. See you the next one.
Also,
This is the podcast that never ends. Never ends.
if you got any feedback, we like feedback. So that's what when we say
What kind of flavor do you like your feedback? I like mine barbecued.
I like mine grape.
Grape's not a real flavor.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese not a real flavor.
Cheese.
Speaking of mac and cheese, you know everything is really mac and cheese. Lasagna, mac and cheese.
Oh, it does feel like we're all mac and cheese. Like your mac and cheese. Squished.
So
Cheesy.
I pray. I hope you got something out of this. Remember, leave a marker. Become that flame in the night sky. It echoes, I was here. Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Okay, bye.